Guys, we got some huge news. The United States Supreme Court has just agreed to take a major Second Amendment case, one that we've talked about here very recently on this channel. Before I jump into it, I want to thank the sponsor of the video, Blackout Coffee. Guys and gals, we are having our Independence Day sale. Head over to blackoutcoffee.com/GNG, use code 1776, and save 17.76% on your entire order. Store-wide, does not apply to subscription services. You can get anything we make, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, swag, hats, cups, whatever, and save big. Blackoutcoffee.com/GNG, code 1776. Guys, the legal world is abuzz right now. The Second Amendment world is crazy right now, and it all has to do with this case. If you think the Second Amendment is more important than the anti-gunners' attempts at taking away our guns so that they can have ultimate control, then subscribe to the Guns and Gadgets channel down below. I bring you news every single day, whether it's litigation or legislation or anything in between. And this is a good one today. Let's jump into this. So today, the United States Supreme Court said that it will take a major Second Amendment case surrounding the federal ban on firearm possession for people under a domestic violence restraining order. That's huge. This is the Rahimi case. I've talked about it before, and I will link my previous video above. Now, the Supreme Court will hear this case during their next term. They take a month or two off in the summer. And all eyes will be on this case. All eyes will be on this case. As you may recall from watching this channel, hopefully, this has to do with the Department of Justice appealing the ruling that was invalidated in the Rahimi case, calling it unconstitutional. As you should know, those of us who are gun owners, federal law prohibits several categories of people from possessing firearms. And as we've seen and we've detailed thoroughly on this channel, many of those provisions under Section 922G have come under immense scrutiny lately, and there are many legal challenges in the lower courts. Now, this case originated when Mr. Rahimi had a restraining order placed on him after assaulting his girlfriend and threatening to shoot her. Now, I am not saying that he is a star student, but what I am saying is that him appealing is going to do good. A few months after this incident, police searched Rahimi's home in connection with an unrelated police incident, and they found a rifle and a pistol. Now, he was indicted by a federal grand jury for possessing that firearm while being under the domestic violence restraining order, and ultimately, after pleading guilty to, I think, a 70-plus month term, he appealed this decision based on the recently released Bruin decision, stating that the text, history, and the tradition of firearms regulation in the United States of America didn't ban people with restraining orders from possessing firearms. Now, as you may recall from my previous video, the Fifth Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals, in their ruling in the Rahimi case, struck down that section of 922G as unconstitutional. That invalidated that section of 922G in regards to restraining orders in the entire Fifth Circuit, which includes the states of Louisiana, Texas, and Mississippi. Now, we've been watching the Justice Department in the meantime. What were they going to do? Were they going to take that loss and just let those three states not, I guess, be able to ban guns from people who have restraining orders, or fight this to the Supreme Court and hopefully kill it? Or the flip side, hopefully the Supreme Court says, yeah, that's unconstitutional and it shall not be ever enforced again. So ultimately, the Department of Justice elected to appeal to the United States Supreme Court, and today they said, yeah, we're going to take that case up. But the Justice Department said this, listen to this, they said, quote, "Governments have long disarmed individuals who pose a threat to the safety of others, and Section 922G8 falls comfortably within that tradition. The Fifth Circuit's contrary decision misapplies the court's precedents, conflicts with the decisions of other courts of appeals, and threatens grave harms for the victims of domestic violence." So you see which way they're going on this. And as you might think, a lot is riding on this case. And now that the Supreme Court has agreed to hear it, we should see a complete dismantling of the government's structure of gun control related to the 922G restrictions. And they're falling regularly. Just did a video on one yesterday. If you haven't seen that, I'll pin it above as well. Guys and gals, let me know what you think about this. I know this is a subject that not everybody is agreeable on, but what we should agree on is that the government should never take away your right, ever, to defend yourself. ever. Because government doesn't give us our rights. The Constitution doesn't give us our rights. The Constitution restricts government. We get our rights from our Creator. All right? Let me know what you think down below, guys and gals. This is phenomenal news. I like it. I like it a lot. And I am predicting a victory. But I'm not going to put my horse before the cart. We'll have to see. And when this hearing does come up, I will cover it live. If you want to know about that when it does, subscribe to the channel. I'll keep you in the know. Hit that bell notification so it tells you when I put out new videos or go live. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.